Assalamu alaikum. We're back on air, and I just got a hold of my first interview, who is Zaheera Pochee. She is an ex graduate of law, a wellness coach. I think the brand is called Wellness by Zaheera. She's a nutritional advisor, and Zaheera is not only an entrepreneur but also a mum. So I think holistically, she understands the importance of how being a career woman, as well as balancing that home and work life, which we spoke about yesterday, is so important. Assalamu alaikum, Zahira, and welcome to Salam Media.
Assalamu alaikum, Shahista. Jazakallah for having me and for giving me this opportunity.
I am so glad that you decided to have this interview. I know, it is a taking away from your busy schedule, and it is important the type of work that you do. And in our introduction, we spoke about the importance of food, in our general well being. Now, Zahira, I'm going to jump right into it. You transitioned from a law degree to create something like a wellness program in a diet form for people in your community. Why is it that you found that to be a niche that needed your assistance?
Okay, so Shahista, I had studied a BCom LLB and then had a little, my first child was born thereafter, and unfortunately, his whole first year of life was in hospital. So I could not end up practicing or doing what I had studied. And so I became this busy mom and always on the go. And then I myself went through my own personal journey where I lost weight and um, coming from Roshni, a small town, you know how it is. Everybody sees you. Oh my God, you've gone so thin. What happened? How
Yeah,
did you do it? And
yeah.
I was like, okay, come. For me, weight loss is my passion simply because I know the struggle. I've been there, been through it, and I know how difficult it is, right? And so if anybody came to my door and said, please help me, I need to lose weight, I would open my door and go out of my way and just give off everything to help that person lose weight. So
Oh,
at that time, it wasn't a business. It was just a passion, as I say, a hobby. While
mm.
I was raising my kids and not working and so on. And my nieces, I don't know if you know them. I'm sure you do. Most people do. Raisa and Raima, Raisa Terenzo, as everybody knows her very well. They saw what I was doing and they said, come on. In fact, they call me Gorima, and everybody says
Yeah.
Gorima's diet. So anyway, come Gorima, you can do this. You're helping so many people in Roshni. Why don't we just start helping people outside of the town? And
So,
so
you
in
know,
that,
I think that's so wonderful that you've had these cheerleaders that said to you, you are doing something that's so wonderful, that's so needed, and you can actually turn this into a business because you were at home at that time with your children. And, you actually get so caught up in that motherhood and in that role that you don't consider other ways or avenues to bring in this passive income. So I think that's really good that you had the inspiration. And weight loss in women is something that is a constant conversation at all our social functions. All of us are, trying to live our best lives, but then putting on weight in between. And we don't know how to actually balance that. A lot of us, especially career women, I'm the biggest problem here where you actually just find easy food, something convenient because you're often so late and so rushed that you are finding these quick fixes in between. So, how does your program work? Is it tailor made for individuals?
so let's put it this way: the program works to assist not only weight loss, but many other conditions as well. So we're not only focusing on weight loss and not only on females, we're working with males and females. We're working with weight loss, we're working with health conditions. So, coming back to the very first point that you spoke about depression, when we talk health, we're talking depression, we're talking fertility, we're talking um, PCOS, we're talking heart conditions, many different health conditions that we're trying to assist, right? So the program is designed to assist I would say, I think Indian people struggle with following an eating plan if it doesn't suit their taste buds. And so that's what we cater for, right? So we're trying to help you eat correctly while at the same time enjoy what you're eating. So I think coming back to the point where you spoke about how important it is to be happy. I mean, who wants to eat boiled veggies and fish daily? No, we're not brought up that way. We
Yeah.
brought up to eat what we enjoy, right? So we basically giving you Indian type of meals that's family friendly. So you don't need to be cooking your food separate or in a
Yeah.
small pot and your family's food in another pot. You're cooking what you're cooking for yourself, you're cooking for your home. You just need to basically weigh and measure your portions from the pot after it's cooked. So it makes it easier and simpler to follow. And in
Mm.
my opinion, I think what's more important is to reverse that vicious cycle that we were all brought up with. So, unfortunately, as Indian people, we were brought up knowing bad eating habits like our
Yeah.
fries and our oily food and so on. So, if you're going to start eating correctly in your home, um, to assist yourself with whichever health condition or if it's for weight loss or whatever it might be, you're reversing that cycle because now you're bringing your kids up knowing what is
Mm.
better for them,
Mm.
obviously, right? So we're just creating that awareness in the home that, hey, if mom is eating this way, the little ones see they also want to join in and eat that way. So that's what we're
And we
doing
don't want
basically.
to eat something that's different because I hate that idea. I mean, I've got 4 sons and I cook 2 meals a day. Now to think about cooking something completely different for me, completely different for them who need everything in their diet, it's quite a stressful and a unnecessary situation that I'm adding onto my plate of my busy day. So I'm going to come back.
100%.
You said, it was a passion of yours that made you start this, and obviously you saw the need in the community. But how did you couple that with the education on the different diseases and what it requires in terms of a diet and so on? Like, was there a dietitian involved or someone to help you to
Okay.
structure that type of
Let me
element?
explain how that started, right? So when we started at that time, like I told you, my nieces had pushed me. Well, they had did the interview at that time, and we just started. It was Ramadan 2020, and very basic. We started right, but the business grew in that way. And whoever did the Ramadan program with me, thoroughly enjoyed it and asked if we could continue. And I didn't even uh, like think of it at that time, but yes, we continued. And so when we started, and people started lowering weight and um, my own clients would then go back to their doctors and tell them, hey, this is happening, or this is how I'm benefiting from the program, or my sugar readings have improved. In that way, many doctors have come on board now with us with wellness. So we're not only working on our own, we're working with endocrinologist. Dr. Nasreen Mayuddin always refers her um, patients to us, or we're working with homeopaths like Dr. Baker. We work with many GPs in Johannesburg
Mm.
that now refer their patients to us. So that's how we started improving on the health aspect. So
Mm.
initially it was just for weight loss, and then slowly but surely, as the doctors came on board and they started telling me, this is what we need, this is what we need to work around, this is what our people are struggling with. That's how
Mm.
we started improving on the eating plan and on how we could assist in those health conditions that most of our people are struggling with.
So, Zahira, is it then, it has to become a lifestyle and not a diet, right? And these people that you're working with, I know some of them because I've interviewed them in the past, like Dr. Breaker, they sell products for weight loss. So, why then is the diet still important?
Okay, so for me, it's all about lifestyle, as you would
Mm.
say, right? Um, Unfortunately, many of our people, when it comes to weight loss, feel it has to be a short term quick fix, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's no short
Mm.
term quick fix. It has to become lifestyle. And that's what I'm promoting. How to make
Mm.
it a long term lifestyle change. That's most important, right? So, if we're going to take the drugs or the easy quick fix and take the tablet, yes, you lose weight, no problem. But then how are you going to maintain that weight loss long term? And that's where
Yeah.
the food comes in, right? So if we learn to make it lifestyle, you're learning how to maintain that lifestyle long term, and you're not going to gain back the weight that you've lost.
Mm.
So that's
Look,
very
I
important, I think.
always wanted to sign up on your program, and I think post this show, I need enough information to convince myself that I need it. And I said I'm going to go ahead and do this because I need a lifestyle change. I don't need a diet because I mean these fad diets. I'm 43 now. All the hormones are all over the place, and I need something that is going to stick. So, what are some of the challenges that you face as an entrepreneur?
Okay, so as an entrepreneur, I think just to keep going. Basically, it's difficult to always. You have to always bring up new ideas, keep the business going with different inventions, and so that you keep your clients going as well. They don't want to be eating. Well, in my business, we try and keep it exciting. So I don't give you. It's so simple to just give a easy four meal plan and say, oh, follow this. We try and make it exciting, where we give you a weekly eating plan, and every week you're getting a whole lot of new recipes. So you learning long term how to sustain that lifestyle. So I think my challenge is to find the recipes, obviously, tailor make those recipes to assist health conditions, and obviously assist the weight loss side of it. So we don't want to be cooking with fresh cream and sauces and all of those things. But at the same time, the meal must be exciting and something that would appeal to my clients' taste buds. So I have to go the extra mile to make that available to my clients. Also, I think when I talk challenge,
Mm,
I think of all the people who come to me, and when they come, they're so uh, they have like they've got no hope, and they have
mm,
such low self-esteem, and then you as a coach have to guide them and tell them, hey, you know what, I'm here, I'm going to hold your hand through this journey, don't give up hope. Just to
mm.
be there for your clients and to guide them through their journey, and to make them believe in themselves that they can do this. I think that's important. That's a challenge for me.
Do you find that another challenge is also trying to convince people to stay on the plan?
um that's a good question. I don't think that's a challenge. I think the challenge is when they start the program, to
Mm,
convince them that the first month is obviously finding your feet. And I see it with my clients. After a month, Alhamdulillah, they've found a routine, they've found a system. And when they see the results, that keeps them going. I don't need to be um, pushing them towards moving further. They stay on
yeah.
the program because of the results that they're seeing, and also the health benefits that they find from the program. So a simple thing like just glowing skin, which we all want, or
Mm,
good energy levels.
yeah.
That would alone motivate them to continue.
And then what about the challenges as a working mother? Because I mean, no matter whether you work from home or you work from an office, I think we have to juggle a lot. So how would you say that challenges you?
Okay, so I think that comes with a lot of planning, right?
Mm,
Um, and also, for me, my key part to overcome that is, I think, an early morning. So I firmly believe in waking up early, and the barakah of your day is that morning slot, tahajjud to fajr. All your ideas come flowing in, all your work gets done easily because there's nobody around you to disturb you, or basically you don't need to be taking care of mom chores at that time. It's just your time, and your um, well, you can do what you need to be doing for your business at that time. Yes, during the day, it comes with hard work, sacrifice. You're running between school
mm,
rounds and business and phone calls, and all that comes with it. But like I say, one thing I tell all my or people who would want to do a business or work from home or whatever it might be, I firmly believe in Tasbih Fatima. So start your day with that. It just gives barakah in your day. It gives you that extra time to be able to
Inshallah.
handle everything that comes your way.
That's so wonderful. And it's such a good tip and tool because we often look for things to say and things to pray. And these are tasbihs that we can read in any situation while we're driving, while we're just standing and cooking as well. And you mentioned then that, you get up very early. When do you actually catch up on your sleep then? Because I am sleep deprived and I'm telling you, sometimes I feel like I'm going to crash.
Okay, so uh, I think after 9, I'm like, yeah, then it's cut off time for me. Then my brain
Yeah.
doesn't function. Then it's time to get into bed
Yeah.
and have a good night's sleep to keep you going for your next day. So, on the point of wellness, that's also very important. How we neglect our sleep. We need to be having a good amount of sleep to assist
Oh,
all our health conditions, weight, etc. Sleep
oh,
is key to everything. So, yes, definitely. After Isha,
completely
cut off.
agree. Yes, Alhamdulillah. That's a great tip. And we're going to get you after the break. Wonderful interview so far. Alhamdulillah, Zaira, you're doing amazing. I told you you would. So we're just going to head for an ad break before we continue our interview, inshallah.
This is Salam Media.
Hey Gulam. Yeah? Did I return your lawnmower last month? No. Oh no. Now what'll I do? I wanted to borrow it again, man.
With Rendry Jewelers, you won't have to borrow or lend because the prices are so well trimmed on all gold and diamond jewelry. Alternatively, we could remake your old jewelry into a brilliant new design. Visit Rendry Jewelers at 151 Stevens Lamini Road, Musgrave, Durban. Rendry Jewelers, the family name you can trust.
After the recent attacks on Gaza, many families have been displaced with their homes left destroyed. Through your donations, our teams are on the ground in Gaza, providing support and delivering necessary aid to families affected. The people of Gaza need your help. Give hope. Donate today to Penny Appeal South Africa. www.pennyappeal.org.za 031 1100 573.
We are here on the ground with many appeal organizations in Gaza.
Yasin Badat Financial Advisory. Are your financial goals feeling out of reach? Yasin Badat Financial Advisory is here to turn your aspirations into achievements. Our dedicated team, armed with a history of success, is ready to guide you through the complex nature of financial and investment planning. Whether you're a seasoned investor or new to the game, our personalized solutions cater to your unique goals and risk appetite. Trust in our commitment to transparency, integrity, and excellence. Ready to unlock a world of freedom? Partner with us today. Call Yasin Badat Financial Advisory at +27333462071 or visit www.yasinbadat.com. Yasin Badat Financial Advisory, guiding you to financial success.
When the perfect blend of stylish decor, exquisite halal cuisine, and warm hospitality come together, it could only mean Al Bayt Lodge, your true home away from home. Al Bayt is the ideal heaven for families, business people, and tourists with its 4-star family rooms and other luxurious facilities. Conveniently situated close to Port Elizabeth Airport, the beach, and other amenities, your stay will be truly unforgettable as you'll be taking home lasting memories of the warm hospitality, the serenity and tranquility that Al Bayt has to offer. For reservations, call 041 583 6415 or visit www.albaytlodge.co.za.
Attention drivers, revamp your ride with top quality tires at Best Drive Bromfontein. Our seasoned technicians guarantee a perfect fit for a smooth, safe journey. Choose from premium brands to budget-friendly options, all at competitive prices with special offers. From tire installations to brakes and shocks, we have all your vehicle needs covered. We also specialize in wheels, batteries, and suspension repairs. Get to meet our hands-on director, Mohammed Desai. With over 3 decades of experience, he ensures you receive exceptional service. Enjoy Salah facilities and a complimentary tea or coffee while you wait. Don't compromise on safety and performance. Ample parking available and full-time security on premises. Visit Best Drive Bromfontein today or call 011 837 4000 or 5000. We are 1 kilometer off the M1 highway. Take the Smith Street off-ramp towards Fordsburg, Fitas. Best Drive Bromfontein, where excellence meets service.
Connect and stay ahead with Salam Media. This is Salam Media, coming to you live from South Africa.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to Salam Media. We were discussing all things wellness and diet related, and we spoke about how the food that we have affects our brain, affects our physical energy, affects our emotions. And I had a wellness coach, Zaheera Pochee, on the line with me as we discussed her role in her community, where she plays as a wellness coach, formulating a lifestyle habit of good food, and hopefully, making a real difference in people's lives. She spoke about things like being able to help their illnesses and diseases, working with doctors, dietitians in this regard of formulating the correct recipes that will assist. We also touched on topics like self-esteem amongst people that came to her and asked for her help, whether it be the food that they're eating, but how it is really affecting their emotions and feeling frustrated. And I'm sure as women, we can all agree that our biggest issue in life is our hormones. And when we have these hormonal issues, what we eat tends to be a secondary, a byproduct on the effect that it has on us, because no matter what we do, it tends to just keep us in the mood of not being able to lose as consistently as we want to. Assalamu alaikum, Zaheera. Welcome back.
Alaikum salam, Shahista.
So before we left off, we spoke about that idea of self-esteem and how emotions get in. Your clients that come to you are so emotional about trying to lose this weight and that are struggling. And then we spoke about the whole hormonal thing and how planning was imperative when it came to, this wellness program. So are you spending a lot of your time then in the kitchen just innovating these new recipes and, trying to come up with these recipes yourself? And then is there like a period of time that you give yourself in order to structure your program?
Yes, Shahista, we do work with a lot of deadlines because there's a lot that the program asks of us. I remember it's not only about developing the recipes and giving that to the clients, but also I think what's most important is to hold my clients' hand and take them through their journey. So we have a lot of one-on-one interaction with the clients, where if they're struggling with certain things, they always can message me on WhatsApp and I would respond. So a simple thing like, oh, I'm going out for lunch this afternoon, what do I do? We don't want you to now go and make or regress on what we're doing. So I would guide them, okay, where you having lunch? Then I would advise them on what they could order. So we try and hold their hand through their journey. So I think a lot of our time does go in assisting the clients through the journey, as well as obviously formulating the recipes. On the side of recipes, I think my other passion is cooking. So that's where the exciting recipes do come in. I do enjoy the kitchen and I do enjoy making interesting new meals. So yes, definitely that comes in on that aspect.
I think that's so wonderful, because it sounds like it can become a bit overwhelming, Zaheera, because you're not only then dealing with your primary duty of creating the wellness program, but you're also dealing with a lot of people that are constantly interacting with you and asking you for your attention in that moment. How do you deal with that feeling of overwhelm?
Okay, so I think the overwhelm kicks in when I look at my cell phone and I have over 100 messages to respond to. That's when I feel overwhelmed. But I think just taking each message and giving the best you can to that particular person, and just when you get feedback from that client, or at the end of the week when you see that somebody has lost weight or somebody has overcome some health condition, I think that's what puts your heart at ease and helps you to continue and to move on.
Alhamdulillah, that sounds amazing. And who do you then lean on for support, Zaheera? Who is your support structure?
Alhamdulillah, fortunate to have a family support. So my father is my backbone. I would
Yeah.
always reach out to him, especially when it comes to the business side of things. He would
Yes.
always be there to guide me and to hold my hand through that. So I think he's my backbone. But of course, the whole family, they all support me. They would always be there when it comes to my husband, my children, my extended family, we all, everybody is wellness at home. Even my nephews and nieces would, Kala, can we eat this? How do we eat?
Oh,
What should we eat? So
yes.
Alhamdulillah, on that aspect, we all work together when it comes to wellness.
So you actually never leave the role of being that advisor in that situation. That break of being wellness by Zaheera.
Yeah, I think that when it comes to that, the challenge is when we have functions or say friends getting together and
Mm.
everyone's like, "Oh, please don't look at my plate. Oh, please don't see what I'm eating."
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
uh, it's
Zaheera,
not
the real
about that. I
struggle
mean,
most entrepreneurs have in that exact social setting is like I get it as a coach all the time where people just want free advice from you. They don't want to commit to that you are entrepreneur, this is your primary business, this is your rosy, your income, and they will just reach out to you because they know who you are, or they're your friend, or in a social setting they will ask you what do you think on this. And do you ever get that situation, Zaira?
yes, I do. And you know what? I think, as I said initially, because wellness is my passion, I always enjoy if somebody would come to me and say, just guide me. What should I do? I don't mind. That I don't mind. That's just, I think, because I would want to help anybody that is struggling with something when it comes to weight or health or
Yeah.
whatever. And if there's a way I can assist you on that, why not?
So
But on the
I'm going to give
aspect
you
of where you
a
say,
niche there, is you must make your niyyah and your intention of sawabijariya. So sadaqah in that form, also in the form of advice, free advice, in the form of being able to help the next person. It's a game changer. And I found, initially when I was a young entrepreneur and I thought, these people just don't, they want freebies. And then someone told me, change your intention, make your niyyah for it,
mention,
and it's a form of sadaqah, inshallah, for both of us.
I mean, may Allah accept.
Inshallah. What are some of the tips you can give our lady listeners out there who are struggling and who may not be able to afford, a coach or a program or something like this? Just basic tips, something very easy and simple.
I think the basic thing I would tell anybody struggling out there is that first and most important is believe in yourself, right?
Mm,
Um, and then, secondly, make small changes in your day to day routine. So, simple things like waking up every morning and maybe doing a 20 to 30-minute walk,
mm,
or just cutting down on sugar in your diet, becoming more conscious of the choices you make. So, simple steps. Remember, with any health or weight loss journey, it's a journey, it's not an overnight solution, right?
mm.
So, take it one step at a time. Even if you make small changes, at the end of the journey, it results in big overall change in your lifestyle. So don't ever give up hope.
Mm.
Trust yourself and do your best. Be strong and remember you are capable of anything.
Yeah, Alhamdulillah. I think those are really inspiring words to develop this resilience in the fact that oftentimes we just want to give up. But let's, bounce back and believe that we can achieve and we can do it. And Zahira, you mentioned something like exercise. So does your program also involve suggesting exercises to these ladies?
So with the program, I just advise, like I say, walking an overall 20 to 30-minute walk. But I don't mind if my ladies are exercising. They would exercise with their own coach or their own trainers or whoever it might be. We just need to know what type of exercise they are doing so that we know how to guide them when it comes to centimeter loss, weight,
Yeah.
scale loss, all those things would
Okay.
differ depending on the type of training that they're doing. So yes, exercise is important. Remember, it releases happy endorphins, and we all want to be happy. So that's all.
Yeah.
It does play a big role in the whole wellness journey as well.
Okay, mashallah. So that brings us to the end of the interview with Zaheera Pochee, the Wellness by Zaheera. Zaheera, any parting words this Women's Month for our ladies out there on our Salam media platforms who are just looking for some sort of motivation?
Okay, let's put I would say, remember, ladies, all the hard work, all the sacrifice, all the sleepless nights, the struggles and the downfalls does pay off. So stay strong in whatever you're doing, and remember, strength comes from what you can do. So you can overcome any difficulty. Just be yourself, and that's your trademark.
Mashallah. Jazakallah so much, Zaheera, for your time. I really personally, I'm so glad that you chose to have this interview with me. I adore your dad, Uncle Harun, and he's doing wonderful things at Roshkol for so many years, being a mentor. And that is exactly why I wanted him to have his daughter form part of his legacy to help the community members. And that's what we do at Salam Media. We reach our communities, we try and assist them with best advice and wonderful things that the women such as yourself are doing in our communities to assist. So thank you so much once again, Zaheera. Assalamu alaikum.
Jazakallah, Shahista. I really appreciate giving me this opportunity. May Allah reward you.
I mean, we're
Assalamu
just going to head
alaikum.
over now for a quick ad break before continuing with our second guest.